Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me for your daily Pick a Card Tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that resonates with your intuition today, the one your gut, your intuition would have you choose. And we'll begin. These are actually piles of 3. They tell a story better. I'll put the timestamp in the description so that you can find your pile more easily. All right, for those of you who chose this lovely sort of multifaceted labradorite stone, I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card and the 7 of Coins. Oh, goodness. Well, these are wonderful cards. You know what? They are strong. Encouragement is what they are. Because, see, the 7 of Coins is someone who is concerned, right? It's the harvest is rich. The worker's either dissatisfied or worried or wonders if it's not enough or something. And you know, of course, pentacles are sources of security, health, wealth, things that bring stability to our lives. And so he is sitting there wondering if it's enough. Is it enough? Do I have enough of something that brings stability to my life? Or is there something wrong? Or if I do have enough of it now, should I worry about, will I have enough of it in the future? Well, look at this. We've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, so there's a new era. So if you are someone who has had trouble with sort of not enough health or not enough money or not enough stability in your life because of this or that or the other thing, the Wheel of Fortune says it's a new era. So that is wonderful. You know, there are 2 major arcana here, which makes me think that this Wheel of Fortune is about an energy that's over your life right now. It's not just about today, because the Strength card is usually some really wonderful divine protection and strength. It's saying you have strength, that quiet spiritual strength is yours. The Spirit will lend that to you. We can certainly always ask to have strength lent to us. Lend us your strength. You know, we can stand tall in that and know that Spirit is, you know, surrounding us with that strength. So it's that quiet strength. It's that quiet. It's not aggressive. It's in fact calming. So there's that. You may have somebody on the other side helping you have that as well. It's a new era for you. A new era is coming in. And you know what? As I first said that, I almost heard in my ear that for a lot of you, this new era is coming in because you've learned some things. Not to say that sources of instability in the last, could be years, have been your fault, but you may have gotten to a place where you're just making choices that are better for you. You're understanding that everybody does need security and stability. And maybe you are one of those wonderful people who have been adventurous or not hesitated to take a risk or try something new or take a risk on a person. You know, there's a place for that. There's nothing, I really kind of like that. I like people who are courageous enough to do that. But then sometimes it costs people, right? Sometimes it costs them instability and insecurity. So you may be coming into a new era where even if you're not that person, there's still ways that we take better care of ourselves. And we learn to make decisions that really do protect our security, our sources of stability. And I think sometimes the longer we hang out with Spirit, the less we apologize for it. You know, the more we say, we're going to have to say no to some things and some people and some expenses, and we're going to have to say no to some things and to protect our own security and stability. And that is really all right. That really is okay. In fact, it's our responsibility. So, you know, I think it's a new era coming in, and that is really marvelous. Really, really marvelous. Really marvelous. Plus, Spirit helps us with this. This is Wheel of Fortune. So there's some just plain old good luck. Good luck coming in. Okay. That's got nothing to do with the choices you make. It's just good luck. All right. So we've got the pink stone here. Whoever picked the pink opal. We've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Justice card. We've got the Five of Wands. All right. So the Justice card is the center, of course. That is the major arcana. We've got, gosh, look at that sword. The Lady Justice, she holds a sword because she's very intelligent. She uses her reason. It would be like blind justice. It would be like, okay, I'm not going to be manipulated by my feelings, by my compassion, by my empathy, even or my fearfulness about holding, say, somebody who's powerful accountable. I am going to deliver justice that is fair and that is logic-based, that is rule-based. That's why Lady Justice has that sword. She is logic-based, rule-based. She's not going to allow her emotions to influence her decision making. So I think this Ace of Swords that is offered to you is clarity. Spirit is trying to get you to have clarity, and somehow this Justice card comes into that too. And it's a good thing because we have the Five of Wands, which usually indicates some conflict. It can be the people around you. It's not wicked conflict, it's not like people want to see anybody hurt or anything. These are wands. They're trying to do something together. They're in training exercises here together. But there's arguing, there's conflict, there's disagreement. And the Justice card comes in to say, wait a minute. There are rules. There are rules that we all must follow regardless of how we feel about them. I think that the insights that are coming to you about whatever situation this entails, and it could be something pretty minor, but it's just maybe even chronic, just kind of ongoing disagreements or what have you, or conflict. The Ace of Swords is saying, okay, we're going to cut through the stuff. We're going to hold everybody to the same standards. We're going to do what makes sense, regardless of what we may feel about it. We're going to do what makes sense, what's logical. We're with clarity. So if there's been any situation like that in your life, obviously Spirit is bringing in some very powerful energy and insight to help you to sort through it, to help you to, even if it's not anything you say to anybody else, even if it's simply just making up your own mind about who's right, who's wrong, how much of each party has, how much are they right, how much are they wrong, because it's never black and white, right? But then again, the rules can come in, and what's fair and just can come in to make it pretty black and white when we need it to be. And sometimes that is very powerful, and that is a terrific guide. So I think you're having help today with that. For a few of you, this could be about internal conflict. The Five of Wands is sometimes internal conflict. And that is kind of getting to what I was talking about. Sometimes it's just a matter of making up your own mind, having the insight and the clarity in your own mind to assess the fairness of a situation, assess the logic, assess, is it the right thing? Is it the logical and rule-based, something that respects the rules kind of thing? Is it fair? So I think there's terrific clarity coming for you today. That's what this reading is about. It's great clarity about a situation. And I want to say, I keep feeling like for a lot of you, this is sort of a chronic, mild, it's not horrible, but it's a chronic kind of situation. Yeah, so you get great clarity about it today. So that's very good news. For those of you who've chose the petrified wood, we have got the Temperance Angel, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, for some of you, this is all about a relationship. For some of you, this is all about, a friendship or even a dating kind of relationship. And the advice here then is the Temperance Angel. Well, also that means you're probably getting angelic help and support to move very temperately and wisely. Because this is sometimes a suitor coming in with all the right words. You know, cups upright are the words that make you feel good. They're positive emotion, right? And they can be messages. But you know, the Knight is not, he's not entirely mature yet. So he sometimes uses his gift of understanding people's emotion and yes, he's often compassionate toward people, or he knows how to convey that. He may use that gift though occasionally to make himself look better than he is, you know, or more mature or trustworthy than he is. So the Ten of Swords is a completion card. It's like, okay, I've had some bad interpersonal experiences that left me feeling hurt. Maybe mean things were said and I was accused of something, or I was, you know, it just was not good for me, right? And I'm done with that. The 10 is, I am done with that. I'm done with that. But then we have this guy come in, and it could be a woman. Remember, gender is not important. Now the Temperance Angel would say, yes, indeed, you are done with that. The Temperance Angel would say, yes, you have learned much. And we're going to proceed with more caution. We're not, if it is a dating situation, and you do have somebody approaching you, the Temperance Angel would have you proceed with balanced emotion. Look at the cups, back and forth, positive and negatives, positive and negatives. I like this, I don't like this. You know, would be very balanced in perspective, wouldn't let, it's no Ace of Cups, you know, wouldn't let anybody get too excited about a relationship or a possibility. The toe is stuck in the water. It's like, let's stick a toe in, let's stick a toe in. If there is a dating relationship kind of thing here, the sticking a toe in could be, let's just chat for a while, or let's just, you know, maintain some distance so I can behave temperately and wisely and really have my wits about me, because this is done. No more of that. So if you are in that kind of situation, this is pretty right on. But now, I do feel like a lot of times these cards can apply to more than one situation. So for some of you, this isn't about a dating relationship or a new friendship. For some of you, this really is about an emotional change. It's about an emotional change. And it's about raising self-esteem is what it is. You may have come from a place where you feel like, okay, you felt brought low, or you felt something really attacked your self-esteem. But the Temperance Angel's helping you to see things in a more balanced way, helping you to, yeah, just be a lot more temperate, a lot more realistic, not indulge either extreme of emotion, but understand about yourself that you are some combination of strengths and weaknesses, just like every other human being is. And that's all right. You know, that's all right. We just simply wish to grow in our spirituality and our love to enjoy our strengths more and spend less time in our weaknesses as time goes on. That's all our goal is. We're never going to hit perfection. It's not going to happen. That's okay. You know, so for some of you, this is about acceptance of yourself and a healing. This is a healing kind of energy, and it really does look healing, doesn't it? And water very frequently is healing. And there's the promise of a crown in the future here. Also, you know, Spirit's always trying to get us to love ourselves more and really recognize our strengths and say, boy, those are miracles. Boy, I am amazed that I came into this world with these particular strengths. They really are amazing, aren't they? Not everyone has these. This is my contribution to the world, you know? And Spirit will, if you spend time with Spirit, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff like that in your intuition, that you should feel good about yourself. So I think this could, for some of you, be healing and turning into this Knight of Cups, more confidence, more this kind of energy, more, I know that I bring something that will be welcomed. Because see, the Knight of Cups, everybody likes to see the Knight of Cups come in. You know, he or she is just, yes, you know, they know how to make people feel good. They're welcome sights. So I think that for some of you, this is about a growth in your self-appreciation and your confidence. maybe after something that damaged it. So, and this is a completion card. Boy, do I love that. So really, gosh, a lot of you, and this is a major arcana, may be headed into just a time when you can appreciate yourself much better and you can accept any mistakes you make without making a big deal out of them and focus on your strengths, because that'll grow. What we focus on will grow. All right, for those of you who chose the blue sandstone, we've got, oh my, we've got, and don't worry about the oh my. I just always see the death card as very powerful. But you know, I feel it's a powerful emotional end to something, which is usually paving the way for transformation and new beginnings. So I don't have this strong negative reaction when I see the death card. I have a, wow, you know, something's going to change kind of a reaction. So the death card, right, that is about the end of something. An end to something. A lot of times it is an internal, especially with this card and this card. Oh my gosh, yes. It's not like, it doesn't necessarily mean that right now, today, you're going to go out and end something. You know, you're going to be like, okay, I'm leaving my job. Goodbye. You know, or I'm leaving my relationship. See you later. You know, it's not like, it doesn't, we don't have any indication of suddenness here. We don't have a tower. We don't have a chariot. We don't have any indication that this is sudden. But sometimes the death card is an end, just internal knowing that you really, something really is done. Once in a while, you know, we wonder when we're going to be ready to move on. We wonder when we're going to be ready to end a pattern or a relationship or a, oh goodness, way of being that is not good for us. And we wonder when that day will come and we start to feel it never will. Well, the death card is such a freedom in that case, because it comes and it says, you know what? You're about done with this. You're about done with this. It's been time for this to go. So your intuition is informing you of that. And you know, once that internal awareness happens, you really can't, it's not undone. It's not undone. You really are freed from that thing. You know, it's not undone. And like I said, not like something huge and external is going to hit today, but that internal, I don't know if you've ever had that happen in your life, a time when something, you know, you resisted letting it go. You resisted turning away from it. But finally, you realized you need to, and the day came when you were just completely done with it, and it was so good, and it was so, the healing could begin. The looking to the future, to your wish, could begin. Now, I'm making this sound really dramatic, and for some of you it may be, because we do have the two major arcana. This might be a big issue in your life that, you know, you're having a real internal shift about. Yeah. Sometimes that just paves the way for such courage too, because this guy, it's not like he has nothing going for him. He's got 8 cups upright. You know, he has sources of emotional fulfillment, but he knows that he could be happier. He knows that there is something yet that he would wish for. He knows there's something that, you know how they say when you talk to somebody who is very elderly and they don't regret the things they did as often as they regret the things they didn't do, realizing that, loving themselves enough to allow themselves to pursue a wish or a dream. Yeah. So there may be something here in intuition. We got the moon there. We've got the intuition here. Intuition is leading you and guiding you. There's some internal deep mystery happening here, some internal shift that will be freeing. And it's just, it's wonderful. It's good. It's good. Although it may be difficult. But usually when the death card shows up, the angst has already been hard. You know, the angst has already been there. The feeling like, okay, I know I've got to change this. I know I've got to let this go, but I'm having a hard time. Usually the death card, when it comes in, it's a release. It's something of a relief. So yeah. And obviously it makes way for you to find more enjoyment in your life. So this could be a big thing, it could be a small thing, but I think that the decision that you make as a result of this internal shift, but I do think the internal shift is a big thing. It's a big thing to sort of get in the habit of valuing our emotional fulfillment. It's a big thing. So this is wonderful. We have a lot of major arcana today in the readings. It must be a banner day. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time today and take care. Bye-bye.